Okay, I'm at Amiga, Ontario today, where everyone has brought out their Amiga computers and are playing games, and I'll show you around and see what we have here today at Amiga, Ontario. Here's the video output there, going into this box here, giving you all sorts of outputs, even HDMI, to this projector. Dan Kovacs.
Hi.
Okay, so tell us about your video on your Amiga, your SD card.
This is an Amiga 1200 with just a stock 68020 and 8 megs of RAM. And I'm using a program called Ham Video Player. These are all the video files I have.
So they're HV extensions.
Yeah, some of them I called, or I named them AVI. Oh,
720p, that's probably coming off of the player that's played
coming off, yeah, and that's just a YouTube video. Yeah. So
is there an actual hard drive in here, or is it a SD?
It's an SD card. I'll open it up
okay.
for you. See it. This is a recapped Amiga 1200.
There it is there.
Yeah, so it sits on the ID header, and that's just a cheap compact flash to ID converter with a SD to ID, or SD to compact flash converter with a SD to micro SD converter. So there's a lot of layers of adapter there, but it works.
Yep.
And then you can take that out, pop it into your PC, mount it in WinUAE, which is an emulator.
Yep.
And access it as though it were on a real Amiga. And this video here is streaming off the hard drive. It's converted from a video somebody did for Commodore 64 stuff, running at about 12 frames per second, 12 bits per pixel, so 4096 colors. I can't remember if it's mono or stereo sound. But the sound resolution is 8-bit, 22 kilohertz.
Now I like how the light indicates when it's that it's running off the hard drive there.
Yeah, I think it probably just completely congests the ID bus. Well, this takes over the whole system. So
yeah.
You can't do anything else.
Can't really multitask while the video's playing. No.
Yeah.
It's like I have a 10-year-old laptop, and it seems to be the older it gets, the less faster it runs, and I've reinstalled the OS, and it just...
Yeah.
Actually, I'm using like Linux, Mate edition of Linux, and it still is running slower than ever now.
It's probably better with the Mate edition of Linux than it would have ever been with Windows.
No, yeah.
This whole daughter board that's sitting
right
in here, the socket's into the 68000 slot, and the Vampire 500, this is not a plus, has a IDE connector on it. So same thing you saw in here. I have an ID to compact flash to SD, SD to micro SD.
Do you even have a network here?
Yeah, and that's this right here, and that's an SD net adapter. Connected to my laptop that's doing all the network.
Is that HDMI output? Eh?
Sure is.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's why it's playing on this screen here.
Well, this is a native Amiga video output, so that's going out RGB.
Okay.
Into this box here.
Into that switcher there. Okay, yeah.
Yep. This is just a $30 HD video converter.
Oh, okay. I'm going to get one of those.
And then I went to Amiga Kit and I got a SCART to HDMI or RGB to SCART cable.
Main game?
Yeah, multiple arcade machine emulator running on a Vampire.
Vampire, which is this thing here.
Yep.
Tucked over there.
Running Kung Fu Master.
Kung Fu Master, 1984.
From
the
them.
Vampire team.
Okay. Because I know on eBay he sells some few Vampire board.
Magstar or something like that.
Good choice in joystick.
Yeah, best choice. And I posted on the Vampire forum. But Doom sit right on top. Yeah.
But it came out in 1982. This one was built in 1983. Built in Bradley, Canada. Yeah, on the back it says built in Bradley.
Wow. This, you're lucky you still have this. Mine didn't have that. Mine, the one I had when I was a kid, that was missing on it.
Oh yeah.
But I had none of the overlays either.
I can't believe, like, just the controller alone, they want like $100 for it on eBay.
Yeah.
Just the joystick, eh?
Because this is the one hard to find.
Yeah.
You can mod a Sega Genesis controller, use the start
I saw
button. Accelerator card. So this would be like one of the first non-linear video capture cards, and then this thing's captured video as well. For the Amiga?
Yeah, definitely Amiga.
So this is, we're looking at, what are we looking at here?
This is Morph OS.
Morph OS, okay.
3.10. So its latest release just came out. It's a Amiga-like operating system.
Okay.
That's been developed for many, many years.
Right.
It has a just-in-time emulator of Amiga operating system too,
Right.
so you can do.
So are you running off a Power Mac here?
Yeah. So the platform they use instead of right now, well, it supports the new Amiga X5000 motherboard with this release. It now supports it, but instead of going the route of expensive exotic hardware, they're doing more readily available PowerPC Macs, which are inexpensive, easy to find. The operating system itself is commercial. There's a registration process,
Right.
But it's affordable and it comes with all the updates.
Okay,
So once you buy one license, you got it.
Okay, yeah.
It's linked to the MAC address on each computer. So,
Okay.
but yeah, it's a lot of fun, great to play with, and gives you a full Amiga experience. It's skinnable. So one of the things you'll notice if you look at Morph OS, everybody's desktops look in a lot of ways completely different because there's so many changes and customizations you can do. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so you're playing videos off it. I guess that tends to be my standard. If you can play YouTube, it's a workable operating system. That
and have IRC running. This is a Eagle player, which is a media player, sound music, does MP3s, mod files, things like that. But, it's also tied in with a cool little program called AmiMod Radio, which is multi-platform. And what it does is it scans the online databases that have music module files, pro tracker songs, and it'll stream them, and it'll work with your MP3 player or your media player, and allow you to rate them. If you find a song you like, you can download them locally on your hard drive.
Does it have a video player, like VLC type?
VLC.
It has VLC? Okay,
you got to download it. But
so what version of VLC?
M-Player.
Yeah, what version of VLC would it be? Like
I think there's a VLC. I use M-Player.
M-Player, yeah. So is it like a Linux type of player or
variant?
Yeah, variant of Linux. Yeah.
So it's got a IMAP. One of the cool new things. This is beta. It's a email program that supports IMAP. Okay. And you can use it with Gmail.
Yep.
Stuff like that. There is.
It's kind of like Thunderbird. What Thunderbird would do.
Yeah.
Email client reader.
Yeah. So it's your mailer. There is the web browser is it's a WebKit based browser, OWB, or Odyssey web browser. And there's some cool things we're doing with OWB. That email program I just showed you uses the WebKit to create, like what Thunderbird did with whatever, a Firefox. You know? It's the same type of principle, so it's using that as front end for the mailer. Also, there's a pretty cool word processor. That one of the biggest things we need in the Amiga community is a decent Office suite, or more importantly, a word processor. You can do anything you can possibly think of with this. So it can link up with your, Google Drive or your Dropbox. It exports PDF. Cool little thing they just came out with.
And what's the name of that?
Folio. Fans like games, like I got Tower 57. It's a great new game that was originally launched on the PC. They also made AmigaOS versions, so this can work on. They have a native version for Eros, Morph Os, and AmigaOS 4.1, all optimized for the platform. Where's Morph OS? It's kind of like a KS Engine type of game.
Right. So the shooter is the crosshairs there with the mouse?
Yeah, it's like a, you'll see, it's fun. It's kind of like it's got like a steampunk feel to it. You can pick your characters, 3 of them.
Chuck Norris, Cyborg Chuck Norris.
Yeah, I guess so. It obviously, it's on PC and such, but it gives it that 16-bit video game feel.
Yeah, it has that.
You can tell there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on, yeah.
It's pretty cool how they did it.
Actually, I wish there was more games that had that look, because the 16-bit look just looks nice. I was saying about it. I grew up with playing Genesis, so.
Yep. So, it works with a mouse and keyboard, but also you can use joypad. You can use Morph OS supports the Xbox One controller, the DualShock 4 controller, so you can use modern console game controllers.
Nice.
It's going to take me a little bit before I get to the action. Basically, there's like some weird Cthulhu, like nasty stuff in the sewers, and you're the investigator, and you have to figure out what's going on. I think somewhere there's a gun. I think it's in here. You got power-ups. Everything, you can blow up everything. There's these weird, like, toxic worms, mutant monsters. A lot of fun.
Nice.
So these are new version of Amiga's PowerPC from AmigaON, and so this is a full ATX motherboard.
Right.
It's all new DDR3 RAM and PCI Express ports. Uses R270 video card in here, so it uses all new standards, Ethernet, USB. Those types of things, and it's AmigaOS 4.1. There's all the usual. Usual Amiga stuff, even the old school stuff.
Oh yeah. Is it like a Linux-based system, or is it its own?
Nope, it's actually
Is it actually AmigaOS? Yep.
but compiled for PowerPC. So there was AmigaOS 4.1 Classic at one point. Now there's the PowerPC version, so this is completely.
So it runs on a Motorola type processor, or?
PowerPC is PA Semi is the brand. So that's a dual core PowerPC. There's another version of this board coming out with a quad core.
Right.
And then this is a new board that will be out soon, the Tabor A122. It's the 17mm mini ITX version. So it only has a 1 slot. It's just driver's holding it up right now. It shouldn't be too much longer.
Now there's a command.
So can this do web browsing and YouTube videos stuff?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I don't have it on the internet to show it here, but
Okay.
yeah, there's Odyssey browser, NetSurf, other browsers, and I can play YouTube, Emotion for some third-party software, for video player, H.264 playback, IRC, Santa Connect, VNC, everything. I use it pretty much for everything.
Yeah. If you can get everything on it, yeah, why not, eh?
Yep, plays all the WHD load games or even ADF files. Just launch them. They just launch.
Just launches ADF files? Yeah, nice.
Pretty seamless. So if I grab a
But
game, it launches.
the battery may not be good. I think I removed it. Yeah.
It does use emulation
So,
for doing the
then it might not even
68K,
save this.
but they have a nice. It's really seamless.
Right.
Really shut down.
So it's using AUV, okay, yeah.
Shut down and then
Back to the
turn it
games.
back on.
And
Now,
for
if the
ports for a
battery is
joystick,
gone,
is it just like you use a
the
USB
sensor may
joystick
not
Yeah,
or
USB, or there's a couple people making USB to 9-pin adapters, or you can use like a Logitech or let's say like Gravis or whatever.
Graphs, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people making adapters for classic joysticks to work on this.
Nice.
It's pretty nice.
So it runs AUM.
So WHD will load the classic workbench environment and then launch.
Nice.
You can have it on full screen as well.
Because
Yeah.
it's like,
HDMI output, so no more 15 kilohertz
Yeah.
mess to deal with.
Just running off a regular Acer monitor.
Yeah, yeah.
EF is
When it's dual, seems to do that.
but I haven't put an SD card in there with a but it tons of files, applications, programs, disk images to boot from, install CD-ROM images, everything.
I have a pair of rabbit ears growing out of my head. It's crazy. I can receive TV signals off my head. It's crazy.